Hey guys, and we are here for a little bit of bingo action. We are here for a Twins Wednesday, and so we got to get ourselves into the Twins studio before we get out. And here we are, Twins studio, 30 seconds to get enrolled into this game, and we got $357 of total prizes. And we'll be streaming live to you guys on those Pilot TV, Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch.
Oh, yeah, and speaking of those shiny new Pilot TVs, we just sent out a bunch of them to a bunch of new locations over at the Whiskey Hill Grill, Maurer Brothers Liquor, Pooter Sports Bar, Tony's Saloon, Stumble Inn, BJ's Bar and Grill, TJ's Tavern on and off sale, as well as Kim's Saloon and Grill. So we hope you guys are getting those installed soon, so you guys will be able to watch us tonight, especially on a Twins Wednesday where you guys can earn a bunch of money as well as PGL points.
Oh yeah, super fun stuff, and we have a super fun game right here as we got Mojo in first, Fred, Trisha, big time player. Say hi to Trisha, Fred for me. Third is Lady, fourth is Task Daddy. Oh, not MD is taking over, but we'll have a lot of shakeups in these games. But speaking of big-time things happening, we had a big-time jackpot go out over this weekend, and we love to highlight that player, and that was Corey over at American Legion Maple Lake, who took home $37,321. And while playing at the American Legion Maple Lake, they were supporting the American Legion in Maple Lake, and their mission is to enhance the well-being of Americans, veterans, their families, our militaries, and our communities by their devotion to mutual helpfulness. I think it's a great charity, and it brings us around to how we end every single broadcast with when we say, when you play Pilot Games, your community wins. It's actually the truth. Wherever you guys are playing right now, you guys are supporting supporting your own community in Minnesota.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely some awesome stuff. But while you guys are trying to earn some of this cash, we got a little bit of this day in history for you guys. And on this day, September 21st in 2008, the last game at the historic Yankee Stadium, the house that Babe Ruth built, is played. In the finale, the New York Yankees beat the Baltimore Orioles 7-3 as future Hall of Famer Mariano Rivera closes the game with a perfect ninth inning. The way I feel emotionally right now, just physically so drained. It feels like a huge postseason win for us. Yankees pitcher Andy Pettitte told the New York Times.
That's really cool. I mean, that is such a historic stadium. Let's find out a little bit more about it.
Oh yeah,
because I feel like there's got to be a little bit more about it. And Yankee Stadium, the original Yankee Stadium, was a stadium located in the Bronx in New York City. It was the home ballpark to the New York Yankees, one of the city's Major League Baseball franchises from 1923 to 2008, except for the 1974-75 when the stadium was being renovated.
Wow.
That's really,
a long
really
time
cool.
for a stadium. And I'm guessing the only reason they really had to rebuild was the amount of size. Is because the amount of people that are showing up now. It's like, hey, if we're turning away people constantly because we don't have seats to fill them, it's like, oh, we're losing money at that point.
Yes.
So while it's like, okay, we got to get rid of a historic stadium, but you kind of move from there.
Oh yeah, and I love the fact that they called it the house that Ruth built, and it's a perfect explanation of that stadium as he really brought that championship winning culture there, and really brought it to national prominence.
Oh yeah, I actually thought that meant that he was in there building it with a bat instead of a hammer, just driving nails in.
Yeah, that's what I like to think as well.
Yeah.
I love the whole entire fact that the Chicago Bears, they built a hill for Walter Payton when he was playing there, so he could run a hill while he was practicing and stuff like that.
Imagine purposely wanting a hill to run up.
Yeah, just because that's how he trained, and I mean it worked for him. You see a lot of those guys, former NFL, the NFL stars from the 60s, 70s, 80s kind of thing. They did a lot of that body weight training, running hills and stuff like that. Like Jerry Rice, famous for his mountain runs, and there would be actual players that even post Jerry Rice leaving the NFL would come and go do these runs with him, and would do it for one day, and then would be like, okay, I'm done. Or do it for one run, and they'd be like, okay, I'm done. I can't do this every day.
I'd probably give up halfway up the hill.
Yeah, those guys were insane with their workouts.
I hate I blame them for making me run up hills during my sports practices. And they're the reason that
I did a lot of hill runs during my time of the years of playing football. My grandpa actually has 40 acres of property, and he has a giant hill in the back. And so as a kid, I used to run that hill a lot.
Oh man, yeah. I don't know. Anytime like sledding or something, there's that sledding hill, and they'd have us just run up.
Oh, that's a worse one. That's totally terrible. I had to run up that one a bunch as well.
Yeah.
During my high school years of playing football, I would go out there, and I actually chose to go out there myself a lot of the time and just run it because I liked working for football for some reason that hard, and it got me in really good shape. It definitely.
yeah.
I would always do it like the 2 weeks prior to like football camp. Getting started, and
I would get your body ready for
and I would be
that.
like, okay, I need to do this like on a consecutive basis because all I've been focused on is like putting on weight, lifting weights, and like trying to like just like get as big as I possibly can, kind of thing.
And you know that football camp is going to be mostly,
getting in shape, especially because I went to a school of we only had about 25 kids on our football team.
Oh yeah.
And we had no JV, no freshman team or anything like
So
that.
like those summer practices,
So
it was kind of like
the summer practices we had to get in shape because every good player has to play both ways. Like you don't come off the field at a school that size.
So you're really gonna need the endurance.
So endurance is a huge factor where a lot of other big schools they don't have to worry nearly as much about endurance because they have guys getting subbed in. They got a bunch of guys coming in. You can't sub a single guy in a school that small because you're subbing in a freshman or a sophomore that
you're sending him to his demise at that point.
Exactly, into a bunch of seniors that are full-grown adults at that point.
Oh, yeah. And especially, like, some of them, like, oh, man. At Mount Pleasant, I think we had, like, someone on our football team, like, and he was, like, 20.
Yeah, no,
like, and like,
so you can't. Getting in shape was a huge part of my football experience, especially in high school, and so I would always try and make sure that I was in really good shape for football season.
Oh yeah, especially because there's those like people in high school that like they're a full-grown adult when they hit like 15 or something.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
I
so I wasn't about to have some kid try and take over and try and play my position because I was like, I can't take breaks.
No, because then like some like freshman with a mustache is gonna take over.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think the kid that would have went in for quarterback didn't even play football the following year. On my team, so that's kind of the level. He wanted to focus on baseball. Now he's playing D1 baseball. So
okay, never mind. At first, I was gonna be like, oh man, he focused.
No, he has the craziest story. I'll actually tell his story just a little bit, just because it's one of the. I've never seen a player do this in college. He actually he graduated college, went to a D3 school for baseball. Then, after his first year of D3 baseball, transferred to a community college to play baseball, played 2 years at the community college, then went to, I think, a D2 baseball program, and then for his final year that he has available for baseball, he may have even more. He may have 2 years left of baseball just due to COVID and just regular redshirting of athletes. Yeah. I think he has 2 more years where he just transferred to a D1 baseball program and got like a college offer and everything like that.
Good
Started off with 0 offers in college coming out of high school and was able to work his way into a D1 scholarship.
Even dropping for a little bit from a D3 to playing for a little bit of community college ball. And then
Well, community college is a better stepping stone to the next level than D3 is.
Yeah, because like you're going to get a little bit more looks.
And at the baseball level, like my cousin who played in the MLB, he played on the top community college team over in California when he played, and just played 1 year of community college baseball. Went then right to the MLB afterwards.
That's crazy. I was about to say, the Beach Bums, and I was like, no, the Beach Bums are a softball team out there.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
Really?
I think they're like a softball team.
I would love to one day. I would love to one day be a part of the Banana League.
Oh, that one looks like so much fun.
It's crazy, but they're actually good athletes.
It's like the hockey beer leagues.
It's awesome.
The beer leagues for hockey, those are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm scared
because it's like you actually have to be good at hockey, but you also have to be able to like skate after having a couple drinks.
Exactly. I'm scared of them. I won't do it. I won't do it. But we somehow got all the way from here, from talking about that it was the last game in the historic Yankees Stadium. Definitely a really, really cool day in the history. I mean, just has so much iconic, legendary history behind it.
Oh yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. It's kind of sad to see the Yankee Stadium go, but it's definitely nice seeing like a change.
Oh, for sure. But we do have just 30 seconds left in this very first game of this Twins Wednesday, and we got Big Cobbs in first place. We'll see if they can get the win. I like some good corn on the cob.
I feel like everyone likes corn,
and it's way better on the cob.
Except for that corn song.
Oh,
went around.
no, that's one of those things that I will never get behind.
No, every time I hear it, it's just like, I like that kid. Nah, sorry, man.
Oh, the kid's cute. The kid's super cute.
He's corn on the cob, obviously great.
It's awesome. I love corn on the cob.
Yeah,
but
do you have a style for eating it?
But the edited song version of it, can't stand it.
No, it's just messed up.
And at first, I actually got a little bit of enjoyment out of the first listen.
Yeah, it's
but
usually
then
like
when people started rating their favorite lyrics is when I was like, I'm done with this. I don't want it anymore.
No.
Like, I've seen this 17 times now. We do have a winner on this one as Big Cobbs over at Danny's Dugout is taking home that $105 first place prize. Ooh. Good job, Big Cobbs, in this one. And good job to the rest of our top 10 in this game. Definitely some really nice plays in this very first one. We are now getting enrolled into our next game of this Twins Wednesday, and we'll be checking out to see what we got happening in this next game.
Oh yeah, hopefully it should be some really good stuff. Let's see. I'm gonna take a guess. I think we are going to be playing.
Top 10. That's what we are
okay.
playing. We just played a game of Blingo Bingo. Now we're getting into some top 10. Up next after that is some Mess-O Perch action. And let's see how we're ending out today. We're ending off with a little bit of Wipeout Blackout. Ooh. So it should be some really fun stuff in this Twins Wednesday. We got a bunch of different games. Our high-low game is going to be Lucky Sevens at 7:45. So it should be just a really fun night of good bingo.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. But while you guys are getting enrolled into this next game of that, oh, man, it blanked on me.
Top Dog, I think it was.
No, it's Top 10.
Top 10.
Oh, yeah.
We have Top Dog later on at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, that's what I was mixing it up for a second there. As we get enrolled in this next game of Top 10, we got a little bit of these PGL standings for you guys. And I'll take it off. I'll take the players off right off the bat because we got a pretty good amount of shakeups already from that MegaSota game night.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Starting us off in 10th place, previously unranked. We got Sarah Honey jumped back on into these standings with 554,000 points. In 9th place, previously in 10th, able to jump forward before they got pushed out, it's Chapster over at Moe's with 563,000 points. In the midst of all this chaos, holding on to their spot, we have in 8th place Nixon over at VFW Roseville with 570,000 points. Closing in on that 600,000 point club and getting pushed back a little bit, it's 7th place, previously in 5th, Keith over at Billy's Rockford, currently sitting with 595,000 points. In 6th place, previously in 4th, also getting pushed back, it's Keeves over at Clearwater Corners with 618,000 points. In 5th place, doing a lot of this pushing, it's 5th place, previously in 7th, Brizo over at the Underground Bar and Grill with 623,000 points, able to push back a couple key players. In 4th place, previously in 6th, we got Sloppy over at Mullins Bar and Grill, also jumping forward, currently sitting with 641,000 points. In 3rd place, we got Devoided over at the Roadside with 675,000 points. Definitely a good lead on 4th place Sloppy. But in 2nd place, it's Bergar over at Southtown Lanes with 700,000 points exactly. And in 1st place, able to get into that 1 million point club. We called it yesterday. It is Forget You D over at VFW Austin, currently sitting with 1,014,000 points. Good job to Forget You D and all of our players in the top 10, especially Sarah Honey, able to jump in from unranked.
Oh, yeah, definitely some great stuff there. I mean, some big movement. But on to the location side of these standings. In 10th place, we got the Rustic Saloon in Little Falls with 1,639,000 points. With 1,711,000 points in 9th place, we got the Rusty Nail Thief River Falls. In 8th place, we got LJ's in Miltona with 1,749,000 points. With 1,814,000 points in 7th place, we got VFW Austin. 6th place is the Friendly Buffalo. In 6th place with 1,847,000 points, with 2,033,000 points, just getting into that 2 million point club yesterday. In 5th place, we got Corner Pocket and Rice. Previously in 3rd, getting bumped back to 4th, we got Mabel Liquor Store with 2,196,000 points. with 2,270,000 points. In third place, previously in fourth, we got VFW Northfield. Second place is Poppers in Virginia with 2,456,000 points. And with that 2,800,000 point total in first place, we got Howie's Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. Glad to see our location start moving a little further towards that 3 million point club.
Yeah, I could definitely see Howie's Sports Bar and Grill doing it by the end of next week.
Oh, yeah.
But if they had a really big night tonight, they could get into it tonight.
Oh, yeah, definitely some crazy stuff. Hopefully we see some of you guys out there getting some wins. And we can't wait to see what the shakeups are going to look like tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Just 15 seconds before we get into this game of top 10. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled and pressing play. Definitely some great stuff there.
Oh, yeah. But while you guys are doing that, we got a couple of movies that got released today in history. And the first of which is a pretty good one. It's the Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Yes, definitely an interesting one. I've watched it one time.
I think I've watched it one time. I was told to read the book, and I was told the book was very good. But yeah, it was a pretty good
really
movie.
big cast.
Yeah, really big cast. Logan Lerman, Emma Watson, everyone's favorite rendition of The Flash with Ezra Miller, Johnny Simmons. He's in another like series that's like big. I think it was on Hulu. It's like
TV series?
Yeah, it's a TV series on Hulu. Maybe not.
Yeah, you might be thinking of somebody else.
Yeah, I think I was.
Yeah, he's in Evan Almighty, though.
He is, but most importantly, he is in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Definitely some great stuff there. You got Paul Rudd as well. Dylan McDermott.
Oh, yeah, he's in a lot of stuff as well. I see him, like, everywhere.
Yeah, I think he's in The Stranger. He's in... Isn't he in Not Stranger Things, in... Gosh, what am I thinking of? It's each season's a different one.
Oh,
American Horror Stories.
American Horror Story. Yeah.
I feel like he's in American Horror Stories, but I can't fully remember. Yeah, he's known for his roles as a lawyer and law firm head Bobby Donnell in the legal drama The Practice.
Yeah.
Which earned him a Golden Globe Award for Best Performance.
And he's even in some Law and Order video, some episodes. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, FBI Most Wanted. Definitely some cool stuff. And a good actor from the movie that we're going over. Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited to see if Logan Lerman has anything to do with the new Percy Jackson series.
I hope so. People were saying that they wanted him to be playing
Poseidon.
Poseidon.
I think that would be a really entertaining switch up for him, just because everyone liked him as Percy Jackson.
Yeah, he was a good cast.
It was just that I think the Percy Jackson movies just weren't well done in general, but I think he was a great casting for it, so I think people would love to see him retake on a role in the Percy Jackson series.
Oh yeah, I'm actually just interested to see what Disney will do with it, just because like they have a lot of that like money to toss at it, which it's sad to say, but like it can definitely help.
Oh, and I think a series where they can do a lot more long running. They can have,
books adapt better to series anyways.
Oh, I definitely, you have to do really good on a movie for it to adapt well. It's a very tricky thing. You see it fail all the time.
Yeah.
So I'd love to see the TV series, because that's where you can usually find those books get turned better into movies.
Exactly. Where you kind of see something like Lord of the Rings, they were able to do something very well. But, like, if you see something that has, like, a lot of the same aspects, like, not the same aspects, but, like, almost, like, the same, like setting kind of and stuff with, like, Game of Thrones, it kind of worked better as, like, a series. The Lord of the Rings series would have been cool. Like, I think it could have worked out very well.
Oh, I completely agree.
And it would have been able to portray everything just, like, very set.
Then it wouldn't be so daunting, because for some reason, I guess I can just watch, like, 45-minute segments of each movie, but I would rather take on, like, 5 seasons of 45-minute shows than those just, like,
those director's
4-hour movies.
4-hour long. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's, like, 6 movies of it. 6 Lord of the Rings
There's
movies.
the original trilogy, and then there's the Hobbit trilogy.
Yeah, so 6 of them.
Yeah.
And like the director's cuts for all of them are just like abhorrently long. It's just terrible.
Yeah, Narnia's better anyways. I love Narnia though.
I don't know about all that.
I don't think it's better, but I do think that my love for what's his name, the main dude from
Oh yeah, he's great, but
from
man,
it.
what's the name of his friend that sold him out for a frickin' what was it? It was something really like lame.
Yeah,
It was
tum-tums.
it was like for like a little dessert.
Yeah,
yeah, he
yeah.
sold him out for
It
dessert.
was his brother.
Yeah,
it was his
it was
brother.
his brother. Yeah, his brother sold him out for. That's why I don't trust Gordon.
That's hilarious. No, I think that an inappropriate amount of times has come and get ya your tum tums from when that kid is in the prison.
Yeah.
Has been quoted in my family just because it's a great quote from
It
that
is.
one. But next movie in 2018, The Sister's Brother. Now this is
Oh,
one
this is
that
a
I
good
wasn't
one.
sure if you had seen because it definitely seemed right up your alley.
Oh, it is. It's got Joaquin Phoenix. It's got he's
John
in
C. Reilly.
John C. Riley. It's actually a really good movie.
Got Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yep. Jake Gyllenhaal's in it as well. Riz Ahmed is in it. He has a really good part as well. Creed Bratton's in it for a little bit.
That's hilarious. I love that Creed Bratton is like his actual name.
Oh yeah, people think that he's actually just Creed Bratton.
I would too. I would too.
But yeah, it's a really good movie. Like the whole premise is like, yeah, their brothers ran away from like their parents at a like young age, and I think they help out a scientist that's like trying to like find this formula that basically you just pour like this like chemical into the water, and it like makes all the gold just like glow.
Yeah,
and so it's like
okay.
a gold scheme.
So it's 1851, and the Charlie and Ellie sisters are both brothers and assassins. Brother grown to men in a savage, hostile world. The sisters brothers find themselves on a journey through the Northwest, bringing them to the mountains of Oregon, a dangerous brothel in the small town of Mayfield, and eventually the gold rush land of California, and an adventure that tests the deadly family's ties that bind.
Yeah,
Is it funny?
Oh,
Or is it
yeah.
just an action
no,
drama?
This is actually like an action drama. There's comedy scenes, like there's bits that are like funny and stuff, but like it's mostly just John C. Riley's like his sarcasm that he has in it.
Yes,
like kind
and
of like in
Anything with John C. Reilly, it's going to be a bit funny just
Yeah.
because he's John C. Reilly.
Yeah, and he's gonna find a way to make something at least a
Mm-hmm.
little funny, like in like Kong Skull Island, where he's like, "You guys are a great group of guys. We're all gonna die together."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, something like that. He just does like has bits like that, and again, it's a western, so.
Okay, yeah, it's
Yeah.
just like little bits to lighten the mood in
Yeah.
in a little bit more serious movie.
Yeah, I watched this like earlier this year. When I was on a little bit of a trying to like watch more Joaquin Phoenix movies.
He's a good actor.
Yeah, and I've been like seeing some of the like more like dramatic roles that he's been in because he does pretty well at that.
No, he does. He definitely does. I think he's a very hit or miss actor for me.
Yeah.
Like either I absolutely love the roles he's been in
Yeah.
because I mean, is it Gladiator or is it 300?
It's Gladiator. that he's in.
Gladiator.
Yeah, Gladiator. He's a menace in that
I mean,
one.
awesome. The Joker movie, he's awesome
was good in
in.
that, yeah.
There's a few other just like really really good ones that he's done,
Yeah.
but there's other ones that I've seen of him where I'm like, I don't really like. I don't really care for his acting.
Yeah.
But the ones that he hits on are ones I'm like, wow, he's one of the best actors I've ever seen.
You should watch You Were Never Really Here. It's on
Yes,
Amazon.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I was actually like, dang, this is
Yeah.
a good movie.
Yeah,
but I was like,
It's a hard to watch.
It is a hard to watch movie. Like he's a menace in that one too.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
but he's also like he's a tank in it. Like you see how big he was? He was a unit.
Yeah, he's gotten pretty big for a few roles.
I know. Like if you look at his size compared to like Gladiator, compared to what the other things he does,
He fluctuates weight a lot.
not as much as like Christian Bale or anything, but he does like
Oh, but
crazy.
I mean, there's not a lot of people that can handle what Christian Bale does.
Did you hear that? Apparently, someone said that he can perspire on command, sweat.
Christian Bale?
Christian Bale can sweat on command.
That doesn't surprise
no,
me,
the director
actually.
for American Psycho said he would break into a sweat at the exact same time during shooting. Every time he did the card, like when they're all like doing like the cards, and like they said he would like break into a sweat on his forehead at the same time in the scene. every single time.
That's so impressive. That's crazy. Tom Cruise is another guy that does those big weight transformations.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
He definitely does that. Doesn't he do that for the end of what comedy movie is it? That he's like he put on a lot of weight for it.
I'm not sure, but didn't he played Dick Cheney, didn't he? I think he. No, Christian Bale played Dick Cheney. No, not Dick Cheney. Was it I'm blanking on who he played here.
Okay, let's see where. Gosh, I want to find it.
Oh yeah, he was Dick Cheney in Vice. But like,
Is that what it is?
yeah.
That I'm thinking of instead? I might be thinking. No, I was thinking of someone.
Yeah, but like that's
Yeah.
Christian Bale. That's crazy.
It's crazy. It's really impressive stuff. Definitely but we were talking about the Sisters Brothers. Somehow we got to Christian Bale, but we'll find a way to get it to Christian Bale anyways. But also released in 2018, Little Italy. I know this is a very popular one, starring Hayden Christensen, Emma Roberts, and a few other big time actors and actresses.
I'll have to watch it.
It's we do have a winner though.
Oh yeah, we got Stephen B over at Johan Sports Bar 2, taking him $321. Good job to use Stephen B. And we got second place Jill, third place Irish, fourth place KCJW, fifth place Earn, and let's see what we got. Sixth place Broom. Worksies is in seventh, eighth place Monty, and ninth place Tara N. Good job to all our players in that top 10.
Yeah, we are now getting enrolled into our next PGL game.
Oh.
A little bit of Meso Perch action. Liam, yeah, Hemmingsworth, Chris Hemmingsworth, when he did the Moby Dick movie, was ridiculous.
That is not him.
Yeah, it's called The Seaman or something. No, it's not called that.
It might be.
Yeah, but he got really, really skinny for that. And what's crazy about that is that movie came out in between Thor roles.
Really?
Yeah, so it came out in between his first Thor, and I think it might have been. I'm trying to think which one it was that it was in between, but it was during his stint with while playing Thor. So he had to go back up to Thor size post getting that skinny.
Was it for the Heart of the Sea?
Yes, that's the one it is.
Yeah. I forgot this movie came out. It was just one that I just didn't watch.
I never ended up watching it, even though I wanted to watch it.
They had to have done cuts at like different years. They had to have given at least a year break during some of these scenes versus others.
Yeah, I think he just lost a lot of weight in shooting. Like, they had to shoot different scenes probably at different times. Like, they probably shot the beginning and end of the movie at the beginning of filming the movie. And then at the end of filming the movie, they got him super skinny for it or something.
Like, this picture right here, that's Tom Hanks in Castaway, I think.
That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. That's how skinny he's able to get. He's not Thor. He is Tom Hanks in Castaway.
Wow.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, he looks like completely, like, just, like, average. I think, actually, no, that actually is just – the picture I'm looking at, that actually is just Tom Hanks.
Is it?
Yeah, that actually is just Tom Hanks.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, well, we'll get back into Little Italy. As you were saying, you probably want to watch it because of, I'm going to guess, Hayden Christensen.
Oh, I was going to say Emma Roberts, but, yeah, Hayden Christensen's awesome.
But it's about Leo Campo and Nikki Agalio. Are the respective son and daughter of rival New York pizzeria owners. The parents' feud escalates even further when Leo and Nikki's longtime friendship blossoms into romance.
So it's like Romeo and Juliet?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that's a fun one. Kind of reminds me a little bit like a Bronx Tale or something like that.
Yeah, it's definitely an entertaining one. I think there's a lot of people that are really big fans of this one.
Yeah, plus
I think it's
Hayden Christensen.
I think it's one of the only other Hayden Christensen films outside of the Star Wars that actually did good.
Really?
Yeah, I think he only had Star Wars in this one that ended up having like mass popularity.
Yeah, because Jumper didn't really do all that.
No,
great.
I personally love Jumper, but
Yeah,
but they're like you're talking
Jumper,
about mass popularity. It didn't do too well.
I've only seen Jumper once. I'm gonna have to give that another watch though.
I've seen it. I've saw it so many times on like the TNT or FX like channel.
See, TNT or like FX. No, it was Spike. Spike was the one.
Spike had a bunch too.
Spike was like a 1,000 Ways to Die. That was like that was like top tier.
No,
TV
definitely
time.
some great stuff there. Well, good movies released on today. Perks of Being a Wallflower, The Sisters Brothers, and Little Italy all were released on today.
Oh yeah, definitely some good movies that got released. But we got some Twiking Zone standings in front of us while you guys are getting enrolled into this next game. So make sure you guys are paying attention because these are what's going to be important for this lunchtime bingo tomorrow. But in the top 10 of these player standings, in 10th place, we have Putz over at Lucky's Tavern with 56,000 points. With 77,000 points in 9th place, we got T-Bone over at Poppers. Also over at Poppers in 8th place, it's Tez with 88,000 points. In 7th place, we have Red over at American Legion Fridley with 90,000 points, definitely closing in on that 100,000 point club. In 6th place, it's Caribou over at Trail's Top Tavern with 119,000 points. In 5th place, we got Mikey Wins over at Broadway Bar and Pizza Champlin with 146,000 points. With 163,000 points in 4th place, we got Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park. In 2nd place, in a two-way tie, but previously in 3rd first, it's Nan over at Corky's Bar Southaven, tying it up with 2nd place Sinbob, also at Corky's Bar Southaven, definitely going to make that next interaction a little awkward. They're both tied with 177,000 points. But in 1st place, holding on to that spot with an exactly 10,000 point lead, it's Scrub Eye over at VFW Blaine with 187,000 points. Good job to all of our players in that top 10 of those on those Twiking Zone standings.
Oh, yeah, but we watched Simbob get a few wins during our lunchtime bingo today, and so I think Simbob's going to end up getting sole possession of that 2nd place spot.
Oh, yeah, so that would be crazy to see.
Oh, yeah. But onto the location side of these standings, in 10th place, we got Cooper's Restaurant Egan with 69,000 points. With 76,000 points in 9th place, we got Halfley's Bar in Richmond. 8th place, Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 107,000 points. With 108,000 points in 7th place, we got Vinegar Sports Hub in La Crescent, a virtual tie between them and Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait to see who comes out on top. In 6th place, we got Our Place on 3rd and Faribault with 182,000 points. With 185,000 points in 5th place, we got VFW Blaine. 4th place is Poppers in Virginia with 253,000 points. And with 336,000 points in 3rd place, we got Corky's Bar Southaven. 2nd place, also in that 300,000 point club, it's American Legion Fridley with 357,000 points. And with 515,000 points in 1st place, the reigning champions, we'll see if they can hold on to it to another season. It's VFW Spring Lake Park taking it over.
Oh, yeah, glad to see them holding out on that lead. Good job to all of our locations in that top 10, as well as the players out there going to help them out. But we do have a little bit of Timberwolves news to get into as you guys are still going after this 1st place spot. And it's looking like starting it off is some interesting stuff.
Yeah, we signed free agent guard PJ Dozier to our Minnesota Timberwolves.
Nice.
He had an ACL tear in his left knee just last November when he was playing for the Denver Nuggets. So didn't play a lot last season. His rights were traded then to the Celtics in a 3-way swap, which the Nuggets acquired San Antonio Spurs guard Bryn Forbes, and Nuggets sent Dozier and Bull to the Celtics, and Spurs acquired Boston forward Hernan Gomez and Denver's 2028 second-round pick. So I think it's a nice pickup for us. I think Dozier is a really good player. Are you looking up Bull?
I didn't think it was a real name.
Yeah, Manute Bol is his father, who originally played in the NBA. It was one of the longest athletes we've ever seen play in the NBA. And then Bol, his son, has now made it into the NBA and is just a crazy. He's got a 7'2", he's 7'2" in height, but his wingspan is where it turns crazy.
That is a ridiculous wingspan. Let's see, what does he got for 7 foot 8 inches? What in tarnation?
Yeah, he can reach from one end of your bedroom to your living room to your fridge.
Yeah.
That's how long he's got his thing.
Are we sure he's not just like Mr. Fantastic messing with us or something?
No, he's a ridiculous athlete. I hope that he can figure it out as an NBA player because he's kind of in a weird spot where he doesn't have a skill set of a center. like he plays more like a power forward, but he's 7'2" with a 7'9" wingspan.
But he's also 22 years old. I don't know how to do my own taxes yet, so I don't blame him for not knowing exactly how his game should be right now.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got time. He's in a 7'8" wingspan. It's not like that's going to go away soon.
Yeah, exactly. He's a super impressive
Wow.
athlete. But yeah, you were like, is that a real name? Did you watch the movie Hustlers? Not Hustlers.
No. Hustle.
With Adam.
I did watch that. Yeah, I watched it with all of you guys.
Sandler. It's got.
I think it was like one of the last
Carl
movies
Anthony
that we
Towns.
all watched in the apartment together.
We actually, I think it was a post our
No,
us
it was
living
in here.
together.
No,
and
it was in,
we
when we were all
watched.
stuck here.
Yeah, we watched it in the office when we each didn't have a place that,
Yeah.
like an actual like place to hang out at.
Yeah.
And so we ended up watching it here. But Hernan Gomez is actually the main character from the movie.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
he's the guy. He's the foreign player.
Yeah,
he's
the
playing someone.
trendy.
He's playing someone different, obviously. But
Yeah.
he's the
He's the
main.
guy that Adam Sandler's trying to get on.
Yeah, he's the main actor from
Yeah.
the movie.
That's crazy.
But I think it's great that we picked up PJ Dozier. He's only 25 years old. He averaged 5.4 points in 18 minutes last season
All
before
right.
tearing his ACL, and I'm pretty sure he's put up better points previously in his career.
That's definitely good to see. Hopefully we can see him with a full healthy recovery for the season.
Yeah, it would be a huge
Because
help.
ACL tears, that's definitely one that can come back several times.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see. Yeah, the season previous was his best season so far prior to the tear, where he averaged 7.7 points per game on 41% field goal percentage, 31% from the three-point line, which was actually his third best percentage of his career, so he shot significantly better. He had 3.6 rebounds and 1.8 assists, so just a really good role player along the edge. And then you talk about the percentages of shooting. That's what you want to see out of those role players.
Oh, yeah, and you're definitely also seeing consistency as well without not too much like drop off in between seasons.
Oh,
or
yeah,
anything
he's
like
that mid-30s for a three-point percentage. I think
and
he can.
that's like you're going to be able to count on that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good.
That's a great addition for us, and I think he plays some good defense as he's averaged close to half a steal and half a block his entire career playing off the bench.
Oh, yeah, but he's still, getting those, averaging, 3.5 rebounds a game. So that's still, solid. He's still at least helping out under the rim and everything.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely some great stuff. I'm excited to see him on our Timberwolves team. So glad to have you, PJ Dozier. But we got 3 minutes and 30 seconds in this game of Meso Perch. We'll see if we can give out some of these great prizes. Let's check out, what is that first place prize looking like? $148.
Ooh.
Not bad at all, as Amber's leading the charge on that one. Second place is Spooky. Third place is Tootsie. Fourth place is Taj. And in fifth place, we got, I missed that player. Sixth place is B&E, which I think dropped from fifth place. Seventh place is Wes. In eighth place, we got Bud. And in ninth place, we got Detso667. Definitely some great stuff. Ooh, Edgar is shooting up in these standings. He's got all the way to second place. But there's still 2 minutes left, and so we'll see still a few shakeups to happen.
Oh, yeah, but as you guys are going after that first place spot, we got a couple celebrity birthdays for you guys. And starting us off, we got a pretty famous person, born in 1737. We got Francis Hopkinson, American author and composer, and designed the first American flag.
Definitely some awesome stuff there.
I thought that was Martha Washington.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But this one actually looks a lot closer to our original flag, where it's the 13 colonies, but it's rows. It's 3, then 2, then 3, then 2, then 2. It's 3, then 2, then 3, then 2. 2.
I think you said the same thing.
I said it again. I said it too far. 3, then 2, then 3, then 2, then 3. That's how it ends.
Okay.
That's how the design goes.
Okay, we got it.
That is 13 stars on it.
I wasn't counting. Honestly. I would have told you were right either way.
Yeah, Francis Hopkins, he was the American founding father, judge, author, and composer. He designed the Continental paper money and 2 early versions of flags, one for the United States and one for the United States Navy. He was a signer of the Declaration of Independence in July 1776 as a delegate from New Jersey.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, really, really cool
You
stuff.
get your name on a piece of paper for like the rest of eternity.
Yeah,
That's
and
sick.
most historians credit Francis Hopkins as the designer of the American flag.
Okay, that's awesome. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it's actually kind of crazy how much his flag looks like our current flag.
Yeah, it's very similar. Like we do definitely have like the same like star pattern now, where it's kind of like just like offset, like jumble.
Yeah,
kinda.
exactly. So
pretty cool.
it just added more stars basically to the same design that he originally put out there.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Francis Hopkins. Next up, born in 1902, we got Howie Morenz, a Canadian Hockey Hall of Fame center. He played for the Montreal Canadiens, winning the Stanley Cup 3 different times.
Dang, good for you, Howie.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy. Winning one is insane, but when you accomplish that feat multiple times, it's one of the coolest things
And
ever.
you just know you're set in stone as being one of the best.
Oh, for sure. Beginning in 1923, he played center for 3 National Hockey League teams: the Montreal Canadiens, the Chicago Blackhawks, and the New York Rangers.
Dang, that's awesome.
He was among the first 12 men inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Wow.
He had unmatched speed, playmaking, and had a marksman's eye that revolutionized his era. During the Depression, it is said that his skill alone brought people to the arena, saving professional hockey in Montreal and beyond.
Okay, so he's like the James J. Braddock of hockey, like Cinderella Man.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes. I was like, who are you talking about? It just went straight over my head. We got Amber over at J&J Bowling taking home $148. Good job, Amber, in this game of Meso Perch. We are now going to be getting enrolled into a little bit of Lucky Sevens action, where we got that really good jackpot. It's the high-low game, actually. That's why it's a really fun one. So the best players in the state and the worst players in the state are going to be taking home some prizes.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. But we were just talking about Howie Morenz being an awesome hockey player, even bringing people out in the Great Depression, which is that's a feat.
That is definitely a feat. People were focused on other things outside of sports.
Oh, yeah, like anything but sports.
Well, actually, I feel like wasn't there a boost in sports watching during the Great Depression and stuff like that?
I don't know,
due to the fact that it was just people trying to escape their lives, like.
Yeah, I
and
feel like you probably see a lot of that.
It was a way to like be able to like remove yourself for a little bit from the situation.
Yeah.
I thought that was something that happened during that time.
It was either that or drinking.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, happy birthday, Howie Morenz. I mean, a really, really impressive hockey player.
yeah.
One of the first 12 inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah. Next up, we got another fun celebrity birthday because born in 1934, we got Leonard Cohen, Canadian poet and a singer-songwriter. He wrote Hallelujah as well as Death of Ladies Man.
Yeah. I think Hallelujah, one of the
Massive
biggest religious songs I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I've heard it in so many different renditions of it. Everyone who's ever sang a religious song has probably sang Hallelujah at one point.
Oh, yeah.
And so
but who sings the best version of Hallelujah? Okay, me and John I think me and John might have the same opinion, but I'm not 100% sure.
probably Jim Carrey.
If he did a version of Hallelujah, I'd be so happy.
I actually wouldn't be that surprised if he had.
That would be awesome. I'm gonna go with the Jeff Buckley version.
Yeah, I don't know who sings Hallelujah at all.
He's like the only rendition that I know.
Yeah. I don't know any of the renditions, so I'll go Leonard Cohen. I mean, he's the original writer of it. Gotta go with that.
The one that plays, whoever sings the one that plays in Shrek. If that's Smash Mouth, that'd be amazing.
That would be hilarious. You should look that up. But happy birthday, Leonard Cohen. We got 2 minutes and 25 seconds to get enrolled in this next game, this game of Lucky Sevens. So get enrolled, press play, $892 of total prizes. They're going to be given out to the best and worst players in the state.
It is Rufus Wainwright.
Who ended up singing Hallelujah for
Shrek, yeah.
That is great.
Aw, man.
Well, he's the best version of it.
He is.
But happy birthday, Leonard Cohen, the creator of that iconic song, Hallelujah. Next up, born in 1943, we got Jerry Bruckheimer, a American film and television producer, has done a lot of big things, even outside what I'm about to list. Flashdance, Top Gun, Pirates of the Caribbean, CS10, and also is an NHL team owner for the Seattle Kraken.
They just made their debut last year, or
Yeah,
they're going to this year.
Yeah, they just got into the NHL, so
Yeah.
really, really cool stuff. But he did the National Treasure
Bad Boys
series, Bad Boys. He did a bunch of ones from our kid, The Rock,
the Lone Rangers.
The Lone Ranger. You got Armageddon,
National Treasure.
Pearl Harbor, Con Air, Sorcerer's Apprentice,
Crimson Tide.
G-Force. You got
Days of Thunder.
Gone in 60 Seconds.
That car that he has is so cool.
Kangaroo Jack.
That is.
Remember the Titans. Glory
Ain't
Road.
No mountain. That was such a good scene.
He is he knows how to get people watching a movie. That's what I got to give him. Maybe they're not the best ever done, but getting people in theater seats, he does a great job. And let me tell you, there's a very few of the movies on this list that I can go and watch right now and not be entertained. I already
Did you
said
say the Sorcerer's Apprentice?
Yes.
That one blanked over my head.
I said it like it was like one of just. I said it in between Con Air and what was the other one? I said it in between. It was like Con Air and Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
But I said it in between, just acting like it's one of the other.
Just like
one of the other greats.
You know what? I'm seeing a big he does a lot of work with Tom Cruise and Nicolas Cage.
He definitely does.
Those are like those two main ones that I see him in. The Rock. That one has Nicolas Cage.
I see Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp's another one.
In a lot of them
because he was in The Lone Ranger as well as all the Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, but he also did a ton of work with other people as well. That's crazy. Con Air, that's a great one. I wasn't expecting Sorcerer's Apprentice or The Rock. So
I wasn't expecting Kangaroo Jack and Remember the Titans.
That's
3 years separated from each other and completely different movies.
Yeah, ridiculously different movies. That's amazing. Good for him.
Yeah, happy birthday, Jerry Bruckheimer.
Yeah, definitely bringing out some amazing movies for us to be able to watch. Next up, born in 1947, we got one of the most famous authors of all time with Stephen King. American sci-fi and horror author known for Carrie, The Shining, Cujo, and Misery.
Yeah, It as well.
Oh, yeah.
He's got so many. You got It, The Shining, The Stand, Carrie, Misery, Pet Cemetery. That's one that you've seen a bunch of.
I think The Hunt for Red October. I think.
Green Mile.
Yeah, The Green Mile is also a Stephen King book. 1922.
The Mist.
Is man.
That has a good show. Wait, is it? No, it's a movie. It's a movie.
No, it's a movie, but they also make it a show recently, I believe. Have you seen the movie?
Yes, I've seen the movie.
Man, when the military comes in.
Oh yeah, I mean, just crazy, crazy.
Terrible timing.
It's one of those movies that the concept, like I could tell that I would really enjoy reading the book. I didn't like how the movie did it. I really enjoyed the concept of it, though. It kept me watching the entirety of the movie.
Honestly, I just read the first Jurassic Park book because I love the movies a lot of my life, the entirety of my life, and so I finally read the books and they are so much better than the movies. I wish I would have read them first. Yeah, it's like a horror, it's like a horror series. It's actually scary.
We'll talk a little bit more about Jurassic Park at the end of this celebrity birthday list. Just a little hint for you. But have you watched Dr. Sleep yet?
I have not.
You need to watch it. It's a great sequel to The Shining.
Oh yeah, yep. I've heard of that.
Yeah, you should definitely watch it. It's not a horror movie like The Shining is. It's more. It's
be all right with
more of an adventure drama, mixed with horror aspects. In it, but I really enjoyed it.
I heard that Firestarter sadly didn't get that all many good reviews because it was already released once as a movie, I think, and it didn't do too well. But the rest of his movies, they do good. Even 1922, that one got released straight to Netflix, I think. And it was pretty scary.
In the Tall Grass, that's another scary movie that is based off of one of his books.
Yeah, Misery, that's a great movie. Kathy Bates, gotta like that
Yeah.
one. What else is by him? He also wrote Christine, which that's a really good movie as well.
Yeah. Well, we'll move on because I mean we could talk
There's
about
so many.
Stephen King for forever. Happy birthday, Stephen King. What's your favorite of the movie to book adaptation? Not one of your favorite books, but your favorite movie adaptation of his books.
Probably Misery.
Misery?
Misery's crazy.
I'm gonna go with The Shining as the two movie duo. I really enjoyed both of them as completely different movies.
Yeah.
And they somehow were still able to tie together and have it be a very cohesive like movie duo.
Oh yeah. How does it feel that you picked Stephen King's least favorite movie rendition?
Is it his least favorite?
Oh, he hates Stanley Kubrick for how he did it.
Really?
Yeah. And like Stanley Kubrick, he did like Full Metal Jacket. And
I
stuff
liked
like
it.
that.
I liked it.
liked
so,
The Shining.
So I disagree with Stephen King's opinion.
I do too.
But we have Ben checking in, letting us know that Missy123 is saying good morning, good evening, everybody. I almost said good morning. Good evening, everybody. Thank you, Missy, for checking in. There's a little bit of luck out to you for checking in. Definitely some great stuff.
Yeah, that'll definitely help me remember the 21st night of September.
Exactly. But also born on today, another legend born in 1950, Bill Murray, an American actor and comedian. He's a part of Saturday Night Live, Stripes, Ghostbusters, What About Bob, Groundhog Day.
I was gonna say Groundhog Day.
There's
that's like
so
my
many.
favorite. That's like my favorite movie of his because there's just that scene
His brief scene in Zombieland.
Oh, they did him so dirty. It was great. Oh man, I really like the scene where he is in. If I say again, when he's in Groundhog Day,
Yes.
and he just eats that whole piece of angel food cake,
Oh.
because he just gets sick of being in the thing. He's just like, see, nothing's gonna happen if I do this. I'll just be back here tomorrow. And they're all just like, what is wrong with this guy? He's just like,
Yeah.
just down in the.
So funny. He also is a voice actor in Osmosis Jones, classic Jungle Book.
Stripes. Yeah. He's in Fantastic Mr. Fox. I heard that movie was actually like really good.
I've never seen it. Definitely one.
Isle of Dogs. That's also by the same director.
Cool.
Yeah, that's really.
I mean, he's just a big time actor. That's
yeah.
I mean, been in so many different things and is just iconic.
Oh yeah. Do you have a favorite movie of his?
Ooh, I am going to go with Space Jam. I really enjoyed him in Space Jam.
That's fair. I'm gonna go with Caddyshack.
Caddyshack.
It's probably one of the best sports movies of all time. But yeah, for
You
like
mean The Replacements?
Oh, The Replacements is amazing.
That's the best sports movie
yeah,
of all
Keanu
time.
when they flip the car.
You mean Falco?
Yeah.
Yeah, because isn't that his name?
Is that
In The
is that
Replacements?
Keanu Reeves'
Yeah.
name in that? It
Yeah.
might be. I think so. I feel like it.
Yeah, the
Let's see.
2000s movie. He plays Shane Flacco.
Oh yeah, Falco.
Falco, yeah.
That's
Shane Falco.
Falco's even better. That's
oh my
great.
gosh. Nigel was the best character of that entire movie, though.
Oh yeah.
Like,
definitely
even
is.
though I love Keanu Reeves, Nigel was my favorite. He's the kicker, and he's hilarious.
What does John Favreau play in that? He's like Happy Hogan from.
Yes. He
Yeah.
plays. I think he plays like an offensive lineman in it.
That's amazing. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's
He was-
such a good movie.
Oh.
Absolutely love it. But happy birthday, Bill Murray. A really, really great actor.
Oh yeah. Next up, born in 1956, we got Marta Kaufman, American television producer, known for Friends and Grace and Frankie.
Yeah.
Oh, I kind of forgot Grace and Frankie. Yeah, I kind of remember her. She's in a lot
she's a
of, like,
producer and writer. She's
What?
not in She's not in it. Grace and Frankie's the Jane Fonda.
Yeah, okay,
And
yeah.
what's the comedy legend? Lily Tomlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a part of Friends, Dream On, a bunch of different shows. Those two, Friends and Grace, Friends for sure got a lot of popularity. And I know
Yeah.
one of Jordy's favorite shows is Grace and Frankie.
Oh yeah.
Born in 1967, we got Faith Hill, an American country pop singer who did Breathe as well as Cry.
A lot of it's like telling you what to do.
Yeah.
It's like now you can breathe and now you can cry. Next up, born in 1983, we got Joseph Mazzallo, American actor known for his work in Jurassic Park as well as The Pacific. Let me guess. He played Gennaro. No, he did not. He played the kid. He played Tim.
Yes, he's a very, very good actor. He's been acting for a long time. He's in Bohemian Rhapsody,
Yeah.
The Cure, Simon Birch, Jurassic Park, The River Wild, Radio Flyer, Star Kid, Undrafted, Social Network, and has been doing a lot of work ever since he got his big break on Jurassic Park.
I didn't know they put him in the Lost World. It's probably just for like a bit for something. Because I don't even think they're in the books at all. That's awesome.
Yeah, he might just reappear like
it'll just be like a back scene or something.
Yeah, something where that's flashback.
Crazy that he got to like do all that stuff. Like, that's a really cool thing to be.
I mean, it's an awesome role to be a part of. I mean, Jurassic Park, just being a part of that movie series, I mean, is iconic.
And he got to do some of the coolest scenes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he was there for like the T-Rex breakout. He got electrocuted. Because remember, he's climbing the fence.
Yes.
And yeah.
He pet the what's it called? The giant.
The Brontosaurus.
Brontosaurus.
Yeah, he did. In the books, they hold a baby velociraptor for a while.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been enjoying the books a lot in the Jurassic Park series. And
I don't think I can look at the movies the same.
And you say read the books. Read the books. They're even better.
Read the books. Yeah, they're even better, especially if you like dinosaurs, because like I love dinosaurs.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
awesome. Even as a grown adult, it's like, come on, it's dinosaurs.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's also a really good piece of fiction.
Oh yeah. Before we talk more about these awesome dinosaurs, we do have Edgar checking in over at Vic's Bar in Moorhead. He's sending us a moon.
Yes.
Oh, he mooned us.
Where is he sending? Oh,
a
that's his
moon.
player picture.
Oh, for a second, I was like, all right, Edgar, you're mooning us now.
No, here's a luck to you over at that great location, Vic's Bar and Grill in Moorhead. Hopefully, you can get a first place prize in our next game. But we have hit zeros in this game right here, as 272 is waiting for the blue screen to officially announce their win.
Oh, yeah, there we go. 27-27 over at Muddy Couch Jackapee. Take it home that $99. And we'll wait to see just who those final last players are going to be.
Oh, yeah, but we are getting into our next game, a little bit of top dog action. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled and press and play. And while you guys are getting enrolled, we'll get those top winners to you in just a little bit. But while we're waiting for those top winners, we have a little bit of Vikings news we can get into. And we have some quotes from Kevin O'Connell. And he says, "When I look back on tonight, I put this one on me," said O'Connell. I don't think I did enough in game. You've got to give Philadelphia a lot of credit. I do mean it. I feel like this one is on me, and I'm going to work like crazy to make sure that this doesn't happen again. It was valiant words coming from a humbled prince, and is a refreshing pivot from the pouting and scapegoating that was all over the place during the past years from the person that we will not name. But what I got a real concern of from this game that we watched is, what are we gonna do to change up the fact that if a team throws a wet blanket over Justin Jefferson and says, okay, we're gonna let you you're gonna have to beat us with someone other than Justin Jefferson. Can Kirk Cousins be able to do that, or can the players around him do that?
I was going to say, can we rely on our receiving core or even our tight ends to make those catches?
Yeah.
Because I got a real gripe with Irv
Yeah,
Smith.
you had Irv Smith Jr. on your fantasy team this last week, and some of those drops cost you the win this past week.
I'm a little upset. I would have won, especially because I had Stephon Diggs already helping me out on the same night.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
Stephon Diggs went crazy.
None of my running backs that night were doing good at all. But that's especially because, like, one of my running backs was going up against the Tennessee Titans, and the other one was, and both of those defensive lines were doing pretty good that night. But yeah, like, those were the Irv Smith's drops were all like.
Yeah, because they were there, they were open, and they were right there.
There was even like the one where like it already did bounce off of one of the corner's hands, but
he still dropped.
It touched his hands over a little. He had 2 seconds of contact.
Yeah, no, we need to see some guys step up. I think Kirk Cousins needs to play a better game for sure.
Oh yeah.
I think he's not completely clear of blame. I mean, he definitely had a poor game, and we expect more out of a guy that we pay as much as we do for. But I think also, like it's like Kevin O'Connell said, he thinks it's a little bit on him, and I have to agree with him. When you have 4 red zone red zone appearances in the second half, and you come out with 0 points in those 4 red zone appearances. I'm sorry, but there's something about the scheme that's not working.
Oh, yeah.
Because we got Dalvin Cook, we got Justin Jefferson, we got guys that can go out there and make plays, and Kirk Cousins can't be the only determinator in winning football games, because I mean, you see a bunch of Nick Foles won a Super Bowl.
You have what, like 11 people on each side of the football on each time?
Yeah, so it's a team sport.
Yeah.
I think you get down there, we have to put up more points, and I think part of that is due to we need a little bit better game planning for those red zone attempts and stuff like that. And so we can finish out a game with a better score than how we finished 7-24, I think it was.
Oh yeah, it makes me a little scared for the Lions, just a little bit for the Lions game. Because even when the Lions lost, they still put up 35 points.
Yes, I think there's a little bit like it's so hard to compare games, because I think the Eagles thought of the Lions as a lesser team, and so when they got a huge lead, they were like,
always thinks of the Lions as a lesser team. They always go in and then just like, oh,
yeah.
it's the Lions.
But I mean, if you watch how the game went for the Eagles-Lions, the Eagles were whooping them in the first half, and then you could see them kind of let off the gas, and the Lions, because they're not a bad team anymore, they're not that like crazy bad team that we have been facing off with for the past 15 years. They seem to actually have something building and growing there, which makes them really dangerous. But so then they were able to make a comeback on the Eagles. So I don't think the score differential between us compared to what the Lions did really gives a true tell of how good we are as teams. But I think we can get the win against them. We beat them in every room. I was talking about this with John. You go, who's got the best wide receivers in this game?
Yeah,
Vikings. Who's got the best running backs in this game? It's Dalvin Cook, DeAndre Swift, and Alexander Madison, and who's Jamal Williams? Who's next for the
I was gonna say
the Lions?
Detroit doesn't really have anyone for the run game.
It's Vikings. I think DeAndre Swift, great running back, but he's not Dalvin Cook level yet.
I have DeAndre Swift on my
fantasy team, and you can agree with that. He's just not on that level.
No, he's on my bench.
He's pretty. Not playing him this week. Nope. But you got also you just go to each position group. Tight end, Lions might have us. Defensive backs, linebackers, defensive linemen. We win in each and every category, and so we need to be able to get wins when we have that. The only thing that they truly beat us in is the offensive line category, and a team that just beat you in one positional category should not beat you in the game. And so,
and that's been the one thing. Actually, never mind. Scratch that. They haven't had that all the time. They just got their O-line.
They just
right after Stafford left. Because I was like, oh wait, yeah, that's his big problem was his big problem.
So it's gonna be a tough game for us versus the Lions, but I really think we can get the win. We're better in every position, like I explained, and we'll be taking them on this Sunday at 12 p.m. What is your player to watch in this game? After watching us play really, really poor in this past one, where Justin Jefferson got covered up, Kirk Cousins had a really subpar Kirk Cousins game. Our defense didn't seem to be able to get after the quarterback at all. Who are you waiting for? Who are you looking for in this Lions game to step up and say, hey, we're a winning football team?
I am going to be watching Irv Smith Jr. with a magnifying glass.
He needs to step up. I mean, that's a true key. I think
I'm just waiting for him to he's got to help the receiving corps a little bit, because we're gonna after that first week, we know that teams are going to be looking at Justin Jefferson as our main weapon and someone that they're going to want to put in double coverage.
Yeah, and we need guys to be able to pull some of that double coverage and some of those coverages away from him so he can get some open looks like you saw. I mean, OBJ and Van Jefferson for the Rams were like that for Cooper Kupp last year. Opened up a lot of space for him because they were secure catch guys.
At a team standpoint, you're looking at those three players and it's like, that's OBJ. It's like, okay, he could definitely pass. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I double cover Cooper Kupp, then OBJ is getting wide open on every other play kind of thing.
When OBJ makes that catch.
And we have that same talent. We have that same talent. We have Irv Smith Jr. We have KJ Osborne. We have Adam Thielen. Yeah, I didn't even mention Adam Thielen.
Oh God,
And
we have been yet to mention.
Yeah,
Thielen
we
in
need
this
him. We need him to step up. I think his not stepping up is more schematically. He's not been schemed into the offense very well, and so I hope to be able to see a little bit more from
It's
him
kind
in
of like
the
how we
next
haven't
upcoming
seen
games.
like anything from Lucine quite yet.
Yes,
Not too
he's on the
much.
bench. He was injured in the first game. I think this last game, I don't know, but I would guess that he was still battling the injury just a little bit.
Just a little, and it's like you gotta at least give him like time.
Yeah, and so I figured they're gonna just use him sparingly, try and figure out how to fit him into this defense, and
Because when they want him, like when it's time for him to go into the game, they want him,
fully running at full speed.
At his full health, ready to, stack bodies like he has anticipated.
Exactly. I think it could be some really good stuff. You guys can send some luck over to our Minnesota Vikings by playing the great ETAB game, Vikings Victory. Pick a letter in the skull bonus and see if you can win some great prizes.
Oh, yeah. And while you guys are doing that,
Now, taking home some great prizes.
Yeah.
If it's a jackpot amount, we need to see a player picture.
oh, yeah. So or even when you guys are just playing pilot games in general, make sure you guys are sharing those pictures with us. We love to get those pictures in to see your guys' faces. So if you guys are winning the jackpot or just playing with your friends or even your favorite bartender, make sure you guys are taking those pictures and send them on over to us on Facebook or by emailing them to us directly at jackpots@pilotgames.com. Or you can even put them up on any of your social media with the hashtag pilotgames, and we'll be able to scoop it up from there.
Oh yeah, we got a player right here, crazy kid who got a great jackpot. We love showing him off, and so definitely a fun one. And we love to see your guys' player pictures get added as well. It even goes in on the enrolling screen, not only on the big screen when we pull it up, but also the enrolling screen. Every single game, you get to see those lovely player pictures. We do have a fishing report we can get into, as this is a really cool event that's happening in October, and we're checking in with the Twin City Trout Unlimited, done by Explore Minnesota, on September 16th. And the Twin City Trout Unlimited Oktoberfish will take place the evening of October 25th at the Summit Brewery Raxkeller in St. Paul. And space is still available. Non-members and members will enjoy beer, food trucks, socializing, and a virtual presentation from Josh Jenkins. Jingleheimer Smith. He's the Josh Jenkins. He's the RD manager of the Scientific Anglers. Proceeds benefit Trout Unlimited youth education and outreach.
That sounds really awesome, especially because I had my first Summit beer over at the we're in the Viking Stadium. The options were Summit and something else.
And that's the first. That's one of the first. What is it? Is it an IPA?
Oh, I think I don't know if it's IPA. It's a pale ale.
Oh, that's what it is. It's one of the first pale ales in Minnesota.
Yeah,
that's what one of the guys was telling us.
Oh yeah, he's no. He's saying like one of the good first beers that got brought in.
Oh, okay, that's what he's saying.
It's really cool. They have a brewery right in St. Paul. That was super close.
That's definitely awesome. And this is going to be in St. Paul, so should be some really even cooler stuff. We got 3 minutes and 50 seconds for you guys to get the rest of your plays in. Louie's in first place. We'll see if she can hold on to it over at Eagles St. James. Let's check out who's in the back of second place is This Is Us. Third is Earn. Fourth is MLK. And in fifth, we got Jan. Have you ever watched This Is Us?
Yeah, I have.
Very emotional movie.
Show. Oh,
yeah,
God,
very emotional show. Very emotional show.
It starts you off on that first episode.
It does.
It's just pain after pain. I remember my mom watched it. And it was like, I had like tears running down my face.
My mom watched it too.
I'm like holding back tears. And I'm like, why are we watching
this? I
know. Why'd you put me through this? It's like we're just watching all these people just have horror happen in their lives.
I just came home from math class later, and I just got out of school. Like, I don't want to watch this.
Yeah, like, come on. Why are you?
And then it would be like, I would be either coming in and she'd be watching This Is Us, or it'd be like Keeping Up with the Kardashians. It's one or the other. That's what it was.
There was a while that my mom was really into like keeping up with the Kardashians, or it was.
See, my mom wasn't into Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I said that as a general term, but she was actually into some other like family that made a show like that she really liked.
My mom was really big into what was the guy's name? It was like Kate and something plus 8, John and Kate plus 8.
Oh yes,
yeah.
Yes.
And then it was just Kate plus 8.
Yes,
yeah. But yeah, my mom was big into that. And then what's the one where they're all on the yachts and they're all taking care of the boats? Is it like Life on Deck or something?
I don't know. I never saw that one.
Yeah, no, there's just a show that like follows around like a yacht different yacht crews
That's
that
funny.
just like work on the yachts, which seems like a pretty fun job.
No, not bad. I don't think I could handle being on a yacht all
No.
that time. Boats. I love being on a boat, but I couldn't handle working on a boat.
No, have you seen the videos of the people that like deliver mail to people who have like mailboxes on docks?
Yes.
And they had to like jump off and then get back on. I would try that as a job. That'd be fun.
That would be pretty.
Except for I feel like I'd go to like get back on and like I would like somehow like Kung Fu Panda, like my stomach hits the wall and then
You
you
just-
just back in.
yeah.
Before I can grab.
Yeah. 1 minute and 30 seconds to get the rest of your plays in. We want to see who can get the big prize on this one. But in Lucky Sevens, our number one player was 272, taking home $99. But also taking home $99 in our first place in being the worst player was Fast Eddie.
Yeah, over
Right,
at Don.
Yeah, over at Don's Corner Bar, taking home $99 as well.
Ooh.
Good job to all the winners, though, taking home some really good prizes at the top and bottom of our standings in that game of Lucky Sevens. Before we finish up this game, we got a little bit of Wild news for you. And the Minnesota Wild are heading to Des Moines on October 11th. The Wild will be hosting a free open practice for anyone to come by and look at the best hockey team on the planet, do some drills, and just hang out in Iowa. You will need to reserve your free tickets, though. I mean, really cool stuff.
That's
Get to
awesome.
see it right before the season opener happens, I think, which is October 14th, I
Wow.
think it is. But before that, we have some preseason action happening.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna be against the Avalanche. Ooh, definitely gonna be a fun one there. It's gonna be on Sunday for you guys. Wild versus the Avalanche at 3 p.m. for you guys. And yeah, preseason stuff. Definitely excited. We'll have preseason hockey.
Yeah, I want to see some of these guys that we've gotten our eye on. We've seen them in some prospect stuff, and
yeah.
see them in these preseason games, see if they can play at that next level up.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to see if they'll have Jesper Wallstedt anywhere around.
Oh, I think he will be. I think he
yeah.
will be. We do have a great ETAB game that we teamed up with the Minnesota Wild for called Let's Go Wild. Play wherever you're playing Pilot games at. But you guys just finished up this game. Me and Will are going to be taking a quick break. You're just waiting for Louis to get the blue screen in front of you, and we'll be back for the next game. Hey guys, and we are back for some more PGL action. And since we're back for some PGL action, we might as well go over the PGL standings, as you guys have 14 minutes in this great game of Fishing Derby, where we have a smallmouth prize of $425 and a largemouth of $882.
Oh, yeah, and these player standings have been going crazy recently because we just had a MegaSota game last night, MegaSota game night last night, and I'll go over these player standings for you guys. Starting us off in 10th place, previously unranked, jumping on into these standings, we got Sarah Honey over at VFW Austin with 554,000 points. In 9th place, previously in 10th, able to move forward, we have Chapster over at Moe's with 563,000 points. In 8th place, able to hold on to that spot, it is Nixon over at VFW Roseville with 570,000 points. Closing in on that 600,000 point club in 7th place, previously in 5th, getting pushed back, it's Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 595,000 points. In 6th place, starting off that 600,000 point club, previously in 4th, getting pushed back, it's Keeves over at Clearwater Corners with 618,000 points. In 5th place, jumping forward from 7th, we have Brizo over at the Underground Bar and Grill with 623,000 points. In 4th place, previously in 6th, also jumping forward, it's Sloppy over at Mullins Bar and Grill with 641,000 points. In 3rd place, holding on to that spot, we got Devoided over at the Roadside with 675,000 points. In 2nd place, we have Bergar over at Southtown Lanes with 700,000 points. But in 1st place, with a commanding lead, we got Forget You D over at VFW Austin, currently sitting with 1,014,000 points, the only player in that 1 million point club. Good job to you, Forget You D, and all of our players in the top 10 of those PGL standings.
Definitely some great stuff. On to the location side of these standings, though. In 10th place, we got the Rustic Saloon in Little Falls with 1,639,000 points. With 1,711,000 points in 9th place, we got the Rusty Nail Thief River Falls. 8th place, LJ's in Miltona with 1,749,000 points. With 1,814,000 points in 7th place, we got VFW Austin. 6th place is the Friendly Buffalo with 1,847,000 points. With 2,033,000 points in 5th place, we got the Corner Pocket in Rice. Previously in 3rd, getting bumped back to 4th, we got the Mabel Liquor Store with 2,196,000 points. Passing up the Mabel Liquor Store, moving from 4th into 3rd, we got VFW Northfield with 2,270,000 points. With 2,456,000 points in 2nd place, we got Poppers in Virginia. And with a bit of a lead in 1st place, we got Howie's Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud with 2,800,000 points.
Ooh, definitely some awesome stuff. Good job to all of our players and locations in that top 10 of our PGL. But if you guys want to be earning some of those PGL points while you guys are earning some of this cash, you guys got to make sure you're signing up at pgl.world to become a member of our league. These PGL players compete for points, and they have access to insider information, which includes a monthly newsletter that has a ton of great information in it. Not only that, when you get signed up, you get put on our new PGL member spotlight, where we toss you guys a little bit of extra luck and see if we can get you jump-started on those PGL standings.
Oh, yeah, because it always seems whenever we start talking about your name, people win when we're talking about them.
Oh, yeah.
But PGL players that just got signed up, we got J. Marie, Otter1, West Die, Epiphany G, RJL Roy, HH246, Heidi H16, Jules, Andre, Squilliam, my own William right here getting signed up for a PGL account. Woo! Good stuff.
Oh yeah.
We didn't time you though. So so John still has the record for the fastest PGL sign up time ever.
You can't win them all.
Yeah.
I think he cheated anyways.
He owns the universe record since no one else has ever competed with him.
Oh.
But also getting signed up after Squilliam, we got Bartender, Telewatt 1, Remmer 89, SNM, Jeff D, Tracy 56, Lucky GPA, Barb K, Higukaka, Ms. Wolf, Sarah Liz, Bakonk, Too Fresh, MJT, and 4 Broke 1.
Those are some awesome names. I love the creativity of everyone.
Do you have a favorite name?
I think okay, I make fun of Hikukaka because it sounds like, I don't know, it just reminds me of Krakatawa, but I think the number one has to be Bakonk.
I love Bakonk.
Bakonk sounds like the sound it makes when you, like in a cartoon, when someone gets hit like this over the head, just Bakonk.
That is, I mean, that's right on the money right there.
Yeah.
So I'll go with a different one just because I would have picked Bakonk because, I mean, great name. And I'm going to go with one that just sounds really good, Telewatt 1.
That one is a solid one. Schoolyum's a top contender as well.
It is. I
Schoolyum
mean,
Fancy
that's
Son.
like your lifetime nickname right there. And
Yeah.
so definitely one that deserves to be up there on our favorites. I also like. Let's see.
Hikukaka's definitely so good.
Lucky GPA is another one that I find fun. We do just have 8 minutes and 50 seconds left in this game. Right now in first place we got Panay App. In second place, we'll wait for it to switch over to figure it out. And we got Cupcake in second. Third place is Dre 55068. Fourth place is Cody. Fifth place is Silverado. In sixth place, let's check out where it is. It's Lori. Seventh place is Cody. Eighth place is Snooky. And in ninth place, we got Patches.
Oh, yeah, Snooky. I forgot about that name for a while.
The good old Jersey Shore character.
Kind of hard to forget about the Jersey Shore. One of the characters comes to Mount Pleasant once a year.
Yeah, what's his name?
DJ Pauly D.
Yeah, Pauly D. Pauly D. What a great.
His hair still looks the same.
Have you ever went and watched Pauly D?
I have only been there like 3 times in general, so no, I have not.
Wait.
Maybe 4.
You're missing out on one of the best opportunities to actually enjoy your time there.
Oh, man.
Because
I thought the foam night would probably be the one.
No, foam night's disgusting.
Oh, actually, now that I think about it, that would be terrible.
I am so scared to go to those foam nights, especially at like big bars like that.
I don't like going in there in general because my feet stick to the floor.
Yeah, no, I prefer, if it's gonna, like a good foam night, it's always fun. It's always a good time.
I like a concert.
It's at specific, places.
Yeah, you have to go to like a certain That's like you got to go to like a certain.
I don't want to go to the most popular college bar in my town.
It's like most popular like high school bar. Because it's not a bar. It's a dance area. So like people don't they just go to dance.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's such a weird thing.
No, not definitely one that we haven't went to. But Pauly D does perform there on a regular basis.
Oh yeah, and it's crazy. Probably one of the most popular people that comes to Mount Pleasant on a very regular basis.
It's him and who's the other big time artist that comes around every once in a while?
Was it a joke or did DJ Khaled actually go?
I don't think DJ Khaled ended up going. Was there, but
okay, so that was a joke then. I'm guessing.
I'm trying to remember. It's a rapper of some kind that's lost popularity.
Doesn't a Mount Pleasant rapper go there all the time and play? I think so.
Yeah, I can't think of it, but definitely some fun stuff. Speaking of music, though, we have some music day in history, and obviously in 1978, do you remember the 21st night of September? It is the 21st night of September, the first 21st night after the release of the song that started off with that line from Earth, Wind, and Fire, but it isn't written for any particular reason. It just sounded good.
You gotta like that even more. I love when like someone's like, oh, so like what's the meaning behind the song? It's like, oh, I just wrote it.
Yeah,
and that's just like, you know what? Good for you, because you just put it up to everyone else to determine what it means.
I know, that's what me and John were saying. We were like, now it's just up to you to make the 21st night of September rememberable.
Yeah,
like you're out there tonight. It is the 21st night of September, so do something crazy that you'll remember.
Yeah, so like I actually kind of want to like I need to have something that happens on the 21st of September.
Propose.
Nah.
Do you remember? You'll never have to worry about forgetting your anniversary.
Oh yeah, you are right. I feel like I'm pretty good with like dates.
Okay.
So like I'd probably want to like remember something else, like when I'm supposed to like do something for my car payment. I should put like a car insurance payment or something on that so I don't forget. And not the engagement.
Something more important.
Yeah. Hold on. When my wife walks me to work,
that's hilarious.
Piggybacks me to the grocery store.
Oh my gosh, that could get me into a whole nother side tangent that we had with Ben and John on the lunchtime broadcast, talking about Ben's want to be a jockey in his life.
Like, is it too hard to want to be carried around like Yoda in Star Wars?
Yeah, he
like,
said he outgrew being a jockey, and so now he's training to become the horse.
I don't know if he's gonna be able to make that happen.
He's been lifting, grinding. Just he's just trying to become the horse.
He's pretty quick, but I don't know.
He blames his failure in becoming a jockey on his sophomore year when he grew from 5'8" to 6'4".
Yeah, you really lose like your chance to become one. I tried to talk my friend TJ into being one because he's kind of like a manlet, but then he decided to join the army instead, which is like, okay, that works too.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, next up on our music history, this one's a little bit more serious, but also really cool because we love seeing these things that can really make a difference. And in 2001, the benefit concert America, a tribute to heroes, airs on major TV networks, raising over $128 million for victims of the September 11th attack. Performers included Bruce Springsteen, Neil Young, Paul Simons, Billy Joel, Tom Petty, and Willie Nelson.
That's such a crazy lineup that you were able to get in 10 days' time. They were able to organize an event like crazy as this, and it's just a really great thing, and it really just goes to show like people really are like trying to help out, do charitable. Things all
it's
the time,
awesome because it's one of those things that you never be able to raise $128 million unless these artists decided, hey, I want to volunteer my talents to be able to raise this crazy amount of money. To be able to help out. I mean, so many people were affected by those attacks, and the fact that they went out there, they did those, they went out and helped, and also just put out a great performance with, amazing lineup that was worth, if it wasn't already worth giving the money for, it was definitely worth giving the money for all those great performers. And I would love to go to something like that where you give money to a great thing, trying to help out a bunch of people, as well as seeing a bunch of great artists.
Oh yeah, it's definitely an awesome thing, and it makes me really grateful that I get to like work in an environment where I'm like helping out with like charity all the time. It makes me feel a lot better about like the whole.
Oh yeah, it's one of my biggest bragging points is like I give a bunch, like the company I work for has, bunch of money goes out to charity for it, and it's really really cool stuff, and we wouldn't be able to do it without you guys out there helping out your guys' community by playing a little bit of Pilot games. We only have 2 minutes left in this game though, so we need to check out what our standings are look as Panay App is still in first place. We'll see if they can hold on to it. In ninth place, we got Hokies. We'll see if they can hold on to ninth place or if it's going to be someone coming from outside the top 10 that still has plays getting in there. But do you have a favorite artist from that list? Or one that you'd like to see the most live in their prime?
Neil Young would be really fun to see in their prime, but Billy Joel would be like crazy. Willie Nelson, obviously. Tom Petty. That's I'm gonna go Neil Young.
Neil Young, okay,
Yeah.
That's definitely a big time one. I'll go Willie Nelson. I really enjoyed him live during last PyCon, and seeing him in prime form would be absolutely so good.
Oh yeah, it would be definitely a lot of fun. Oh, sorry.
I think then probably Billy Joel as my number 2 I'd like to see.
Yeah, Billy
then
Joel would have
Bruce
to be next up.
Springsteen is probably my 3rd I'd like to see.
Yeah, Tom Petty, I don't know. Tom Petty would have to be up there for me. I like a lot of his songs.
Oh yeah, he's up there, but he's just there's so many good artists on this list.
And just like Billy Joel, that'd be amazing.
I'd
love to see Billy Joel live.
No wrong answers on who you'd like to listen to live.
Oh yeah.
But we just are coming to the final 30 seconds of this game. We'll get that top 10 to you guys once we finish up. But as you guys are finishing up, and we're kind of finishing up, getting into the end portions of this Twins Wednesday already, you guys can check out some eTab games if you want to take a break from the live bingo. Right now, we're listening to Ruby's Adventure, one of my favorites. It's kind of Indiana Jones, female Indiana Jones theme, and it's super fun.
Tomb Raider. Kind of like Lara Croft,
but better.
Yeah, you're right. Tomb Raider doesn't quite compare to Indiana Jones.
Exactly.
Yeah. Although, like, it's great.
But
it's
Indiana Jones is like at
Indiana
another
Jones.
level.
Yeah,
Indiana
really
Jones
is.
is at like that, like like best movie like series.
Yeah, it is
series
like
of
top.
movies of all time.
I think
thing.
it's probably one of the ones I've watched the most.
Yeah, as a kid, I watched it more than any other series. I watched it more than the Star Wars series. I watched it more than the Lord of the Rings series, Narnia, Indiana Jones was the number one for me.
And but before we talk a little bit more about Indiana Jones, we got Peony App over at Don's Corner Bar taking home that $72 prize. Good job to you, and a good job to the rest of our top 10 as well. Definitely some awesome stuff. We'll have the full list for you guys in just a second.
Yeah, we're now getting into a little bit of Wipeout Blackout action.
The first game of Wipeout Blackout, and the first of 2.
Yeah, it should be really, really fun stuff. So get enrolled and press play. But we were talking about Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
how it's, one of our childhood classics.
Oh, yeah.
From when we were kids. But
I think other than Star Wars, it had the best Lego sets that came out of all time. The Indiana Jones Lego sets were awesome.
Yeah, Star Wars for sure the best.
But Indiana Jones number 2, if it's not for Ninjago.
If you're talking about Lego games, Indiana Jones is right up there with Lego Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's under credited for how good of a Lego game it was.
Oh, no. I played a ton of Lego Indiana Jones to the point where I think I had it on 3 different game consoles.
That is so fun.
Oh, yeah. It was amazing. I loved playing it on all the different ones. But the Lego sets were awesome. I had this set as a kid where it was when he fights that guy by the propeller plane. And you know what happens to the guy? He gets propeller.
Yes.
Yeah. So I had that Lego set. It was crazy. It was like
awesome.
And me and Gordon always got like crazy Lego sets as kids, and eventually grow up, sell them, and especially as all things growing up, you find out that the things you enjoyed as a child are now like
worth a bunch of money.
Yeah, worth like basically. I had like even just like things from like 2010 that came out.
Yeah.
Nowadays, like $200.
We have me and my siblings. We have a pile up of Legos that are in my grandpa's upstairs area, and so I love being able to go see those things because there's so many memories in those Legos.
It's like you go to visit your grandpa. It's like, move, Grandpa, I want to go play with my Legos.
Exactly.
That's the attic.
I feel bad, but there is times where I have not said those exact words, but basically done that.
It's like, step off, Grandpa.
Yeah, it's so fun. Love Legos, and I
thought you were gonna
didn't
say
get a
I love
lot.
my grandpa.
I didn't feel like that needed to be said, but I do. If you guys needed that to be said out loud, we got 2 minutes and 30 seconds to get enrolled in this next game. But I didn't get many Indiana Jones Legos. I got Star Wars. I mean, that was by far the main one of the Legos.
They had such
and then
good ones.
The second most probably actually was this like minor Lego set with the minor monster, like the jewel monsters.
With the gem monsters where you could get them out, and then those were really cool. Those were coming out around the same time that you could get like the scuba diver, the Atlantis sets.
Yes.
The Atlantis sets also came with the really cool like gems and jewels and stuff.
Oh, that's really cool.
Those were awesome. You just made me remember the little minor things because they came out of like the little rock too.
Yeah, Ben, check in. Let us know what that Lego set is called because Ben was really into them. He had a bunch of sets from them. Because it was prime time for when he was super into Legos, and they were putting out some of the best Legos at that time.
Yep, Lego Power Miners. That's the exact one I had.
Yeah, we had that one as well as a few other different Power Miner sets.
Yeah, I think I had this one. Gordon had a different one, but yeah, those are Lego sets were like prime. Like,
did you used to watch the YouTube shorts from the Power Miners?
Oh, of course.
Oh, you used to love those things.
They were good. I always was like upset that they didn't make a series out of it like they did with Ninjago and stuff.
Yes.
Because I thought Power Miners would have been awesome.
It definitely would have been a cool one. We got 1 minute and 10 seconds to get enrolled in this first game of Wipeout Blackout. But we got all the way from here because we started talking about Lego Indiana Jones, and we are talking about a great E-Tab game that is kind of a female Indiana Jones theme, and it is called Ruby's Adventure. Definitely check it out, as well as the 70 different charitable E-Tab games that we have. Play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5 with awesome bonus and free play rounds. Definitely try them out.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. What is your favorite E-Tab game that's out currently?
Ooh, I'm going to go with our new one this year, Blazing Wheels.
Top tier. That's an awesome one.
I love the design on it.
I feel like I say it almost every time, but Martian Invasion, man. I just like it. It's crazy. I love that it has like those awesome
It has huge prizes, and so you always want to be checking it out. At least like looking at it every time you hop on the iPad because you want to be like, is the prize really big right now? Because it gives out. I mean, sometimes it's even bigger prizes than what we give out during this live bingo.
It's crazy. Like man, like some crazy jackpots we've seen go out on that. And on an E-Tab game of anything, amazing stuff. Make sure you guys check that out, as
Yeah.
well as our other, 70 different Charitable E-Tab games we have, because that's a crazy selection, a theme for everyone.
Oh, for sure. Definitely some great stuff there. We do have balls dropping in this game, a $1,411 line prize, a large frame prize of $9,768, and a $2,772 coverall.
Oh yeah, we got Ben checking in with us, letting us know his favorite E-Tab game that's out, going bananas. Top tier because of monkeys. And actually, that is fair. Monkeys.
Yeah, fair point right there. We do have our lunchtime bingo standings. We play lunchtime bingo from 12 all the way till 1. And we like to switch up our lunchtime bingo every once in a while. Before I get into more about it, we do have a must-go line prize.
Oh, yeah, we got Bam Bam over at Stewart Village and Post, as well as Player over at Broadway Pizza. They'll be splitting up that $40 line prize. Good job to both those players getting us ready for that large frame. Still sitting at $9,768.
Oh yeah, but during lunchtime we play a little Vikings bingo, we play a little Twins bingo, and we like to combine them together to create the Twiking zone. And on the player side of these standings, in 10th place we got Puts over at Lucky's Tavern with 56,000 points. With 77,000 points in 9th place, we got T-Bone over at Poppers. 8th place is Tez over at Poppers with 88,000 points. With 90,000 points in 7th place, we got Red over at American Legion Fridley. 6th place is Caribou over at the Trail Stop Tavern with 119,000 points. With 146,000 points in 5th place, we got Mikey Wins over at the Broadway Bar, Pizza, and Chaplin. They got a few wins today, trying to close in on the 4th place player, but we'll need a few more, I think, to be able to fully catch up to him, because 4th place is Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park with 163,000 points. But that leads us right into our big time tie. Previously in 3rd, getting into a tie in 2nd, it's Nan at Corky's Bar South Haven, able to move into a tie with 2nd place Simbob over at Corky's Bar South Haven as well. They both have 177,000 points.
Oh yeah, before we talk about that awesome first place player, we do have Player over at Bordeaux's Bar 2, taking home that $65 must-go large frame prize. And there we go, we got Van Hizzle over at Midway Gas Bar and Grill, taking home that $81 must-go coverall prize. Good job to all of our winners in this first game of Wipeout Blackout. Get us ready for game number 2.
Yeah, getting rolled, press play. We want to give out some more prizes. But to continue on with our standings, I talked about Nan and Simba, both who play at Corky's Bar South Haven, are tied in that 2nd place spot. A little in-house rivalry.
Ooh, that makes it a little awkward during that lunchtime.
or maybe they're just like super big competitors and they're pushing themselves to new heights, you know?
I'd love to see that.
Exactly. Turn it to a positive. But our number 1 player is Scrub Eye at VFW Blaine with 187,000 points.
Oh yeah, good job to all of our players in those standings. But now let's move on to the locations they're supporting. In 10th place, we got Cooper's Restaurant in Egan with 69,000 points. In 9th place, we have Halfley's Bar in Richmond with 76,000 points. In 8th place, finally kicking off that 100,000 point club, we got Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 107,000 points. Shortly ahead in 7th place, basically in a tie, we have 7th place Vinegar Sports Club in La Crescent with 108,000 points. In 6th place, we have our place on 3rd and Faribault with 182,000 points. In 5th place and shortly ahead, we have VFW Blaine with 185,000 points, only about a 3,000 point lead in front of 6th place, our place on 3rd and Faribault. In 4th place, we got Poppers in Virginia with 235,000 points. 3rd place, Corky's Bar South Haven with 336,000 points. In 2nd place, continuing with that 300,000 point club, it's American Legion Fridley with 357,000 points. And holding on to 1st place, we have VFW Spring Lake Park with 515,000 points. Good job to all of our locations in those standings, and congratulations to all those players out there helping them out.
Oh, yeah. But we have a game that we need to check in with as our Twins are taking on the Royals right now, and I don't feel like talking about the game that happened just yesterday. So we're going to talk about the game happening today, and never mind, we're not talking about the game happening today. Just kidding. They are losing 2-3 right now against the Kansas City Royals. It's only bottom of the 4th, so we can still make an easy comeback in this one. But not good to see that we are losing this matchup, where we're hoping that we can finally get back into the win column.
At least into that 500.
Yes, that's what we're hoping. I mean, 500. We only got 14 games left, counting this game that we're playing right now. And so only a little bit left to be able to get over that 500 mark.
Oh, yeah, which would definitely be some some awesome stuff. But as you guys know, we've teamed up with the Minnesota Twins for the E-Tab game at Twins Win. And you guys can play that today wherever Pilot games are played. And check out that Home Run Derby bonus round. Definitely some awesome stuff.
And we have hit zeros in this game. We are in the final game of this Twins Wednesday before we get into some skull bingo. But let's check out what our jackpots are looking like. We got a line prize of $1,459, a large frame of $9,908, and a coverall of $2,736. Should be some nice stuff as we already got that line prize going out. It could have been a jackpot. Is $1,400 going out?
Yes!
And it is DMBL.
1971.
Yeah, 1971 over at American Legion Rice, taking home $1,459. A great way to end off this broadcast. I mean, really cool to see it go out. Now we're hoping to be able to give out a few more of these jackpots. I mean, $9,000.
Because we have a great run-up at them as well, so definitely some awesome stuff. Good job to DMB 1971 getting us that great run-up for all these awesome players.
Oh, yeah, but some national days on today. It's World Gratitude Day. So on today, we want to encourage individuals to show a little bit of gratitude towards the people around you.
Oh, yeah. Thank you guys for coming on out and always hanging out with us on these MegaSota game nights and our Wild Wednesdays.
Oh, yeah. Next up, National Chai Day. I love a little bit of chai. This is my morning replacement for coffee since I'm not a huge coffee fan. But it's an ancient spice perfectly seeded into a cup of delicious tea. National Chai Day celebrates a strong, satisfying tea that is ordered around cafes across the country.
Oh, yeah. Next up, since it is a state day, we have National New York Day. As we continue our tour of the states, September 21st brings us National New York Day, honoring the Empire State.
Yeah, one weird law from New York is that you cannot, on Sunday, carry around ice cream in your pocket. And that
I have heard that one before.
And it's in multiple different states because it was so popular to put frozen treats in your pocket so that you could trick horses into following you. And on Sunday, people would be in church or resting in bed because it's the day of rest. And so people were stealing horses on Sunday with frozen treats in their pocket.
Wouldn't that carrot have worked just the same? That's definitely some awesome stuff. We do have some winners to talk about. We got Bam Bam over at Stewartville Legion Post, taking home $58 on that large frame prize. And we got big-time player Trisha Fred over at Moonlight Bay, taking home that $73 must-go coverall prize. Good job to all our winners in this last game of Wipeout Blackout. Definitely some awesome stuff.
Oh, yeah. It's also National Pecan Cookie Day, so eat up on that, as well as World Alzheimer's Day, sending out a little bit of luck who has to deal with that terrible disease in their lives. But before we head out, I'd love to talk about the jackpots that went out yesterday. Two of them, Sherry G at the Mission Tavern, taking home $759, and Jay Pav over at Mama T's Castle Tap, taking home $816. Really good jackpots going out, and both those players were supporting the specific charity, whatever charity their location supports, and they're out there helping out their community. And that's just a reminder for you guys, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
See ya.
Come on, let's get stinking rich. Smell you later. Smells like money. Five free plays awarded. That smells wild. It doesn't get any better than that. Smells like a big one. Five times multiplier. It's raining cash. You gotta play to win.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talking his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson. Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching,
Cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Come on, let's get stinking rich. Smell you later.
Smells like money.
Five free plays awarded. That smells wild. It doesn't get any better than that.
Smells like a big one.
Five times multiplier. It's raining cash. You gotta play to win.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.